I didn't find out my husband betrayed me all at once. It didn't come as a dramatic confession, or a late-night argument, or even a mistake. It came quietly, piece by piece, like something that had been carefully hidden, waiting for me to notice. And the worst part? By the time I understood what he had done, it was already too late, or at least, that's what he thought. Have you ever looked at your life, your home, your marriage, your memories, and realized you might not actually own any of it? My name is Deborah Carter. I'm 52 years old. And for most of my life, I believed in stability. Not perfection. Not fairy tales. Just stability. The kind you build over time. The kind that comes from routine, trust, and quiet understanding. I met Mark when I was 24. He wasn't flashy. Not the type to sweep you off your feet. But he was consistent. Reliable. The kind of man who showed up when he said he would. And back then, that meant everything to me. We built a life the slow way. First apartment. Second-hand furniture. Arguments about bills. Shared groceries. Dreams that felt just slightly out of reach. And somehow, we made it work. When people looked at us, they saw a stable couple. 26 years of marriage. 2 grown children. A house in a quiet neighborhood. No scandals. No drama. We weren't exciting. But we were solid. At least, that's what I told myself. Mark built his construction business from the ground up. I helped in the beginning. Bookkeeping, invoices, scheduling. I knew every dollar that came in and out. But when the kids were born, things changed. I stepped back. He stepped forward. And slowly, I stopped asking questions. Not because I didn't care, but because I trusted him. That word again. Trusted. People don't talk about this enough. How trust evolves in long marriages. At the beginning, trust is active. You check in. You ask questions. You notice things. But after years, trust becomes passive. You assume everything is fine. You stop verifying. You stop looking. You stop imagining that the person you built your life with could be building something without you. And that's exactly what I did. I stopped looking. It wasn't dramatic. It never is. It was a Tuesday morning. I remember because I was folding laundry. Mark walked in, holding his phone. "Hey, we're refinancing the house," he said casually. No discussion. No build-up. Just a statement. I looked up. "We are?" "Yeah," he said. "Rates are better. It's smart." And that was it. That was the entire conversation. Looking back now, that moment feels different. Colder. More calculated. But at the time, it felt normal. Because that's how decisions had become in our marriage. Quiet. Unquestioned. Final. 2 days later, I got a call. From the bank. "Hi, is this Deborah Carter?" "Yes." "Ma'am, we just need confirmation regarding the refinance documents." "Okay." There was a pause. A slight hesitation in her voice. "Just to confirm, you are aware that you are not listed on the property title, correct?" I actually laughed. I thought she had the wrong file. I think there's a mistake, I said. It's my home. Another pause. Longer this time. No, ma'am. I'm looking at the official record. The property is under Margaret Carter. Margaret. His mother. I didn't respond right away. Because my brain just stopped. It's a strange feeling when something doesn't make sense on such a basic level. Your mind refuses to process it. It must be outdated, I said finally. It's current, ma'am. I thanked her, hung up, and just sat there, holding the phone, staring at nothing, trying to understand how I could live in a house for over 20 years and not legally belong there. When Mark came home, I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I asked, calmly, "Why is your mother's name on our house?" He didn't freeze, didn't panic, didn't even look surprised. That was the first thing that scared me. He smiled. Soft. Controlled. "Deb, it's just a legal thing. A legal thing. For taxes," he added quickly. "Protection." I remember staring at him, waiting for something else. An explanation. A crack. But there was nothing. Just that same calm expression. "You worry too much," he said. And somehow, that hurt more than anything else. That night, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was angry, but because something felt off. Not wrong in a loud, obvious way. Wrong in a quiet, buried way. Like a puzzle piece that didn't fit. I started thinking back. Small things. Moments I had ignored. Conversations I hadn't questioned. Financial decisions I had accepted without understanding. And for the first time in years, I asked myself a dangerous question. What else don't I know? The next morning, I did something I hadn't done in years. I opened the filing cabinet. Not the everyday one. The one Mark used. The one I stopped touching a long time ago. At first, everything looked normal. Tax returns. Business records. Bank statements. But then, I started noticing patterns. Names. Signatures. Ownership details. And one by one, things stopped including me. The house wasn't the only thing. The business? Transferred. The vehicles? Registered differently. Accounts? Reassigned. Everything connected to value was no longer connected to me. It didn't happen all at once. That's what made it worse. It happened gradually. Quietly. Over years. While I was living my life. Raising our children. Trusting my husband. He was removing me. Piece by piece. From everything we built. Margaret Carter. Again. And again. And again. His mother. The same woman who never fully accepted me. Who always treated me like an outsider. Who once told me, very calmly, "Marriage doesn't make you family. Time does." I used to think she meant patience. Now I realize she meant control. I found a document. One I wasn't supposed to see. A transfer agreement. Signed. Dated. Witnessed. It wasn't recent. It was years old. And in that moment, Everything clicked. This wasn't a reaction. It wasn't protection. It wasn't just a legal thing. This was a plan. A long-term, intentional, carefully executed plan. And I had been living inside it. Without even knowing. I didn't scream. I didn't cry right away. I just sat there, holding that paper, feeling something inside me shift. Not break. Shift. Like the ground beneath me had moved. And I hadn't noticed until now. Because the truth is, betrayal doesn't always feel explosive. Sometimes, it feels quiet, cold, final. That night, I looked at Mark differently. Not like my husband, not like my partner, but like someone I didn't fully know. And one question kept repeating in my mind. If he did all this, so carefully, so completely, what was he planning next? I didn't confront him again. Not yet. Because I needed to understand everything first. Every document. Every transfer. Every decision. Because something told me. This wasn't even the worst part. So let me ask you something. If you discovered that the person you trusted with your entire life had been quietly erasing you from it for years, would you confront them immediately? Or would you stay silent and find out just how far the betrayal really goes? If a man could quietly erase his wife from every part of their life, what else was he capable of? And more importantly, how far had he already gone? Because by then, I knew one thing for sure. This wasn't just betrayal. This was strategy. And I had a feeling. I was about to discover just how deep it went. For 3 days, I said nothing. I cooked dinner. We sat at the same table. We talked about normal things, our daughter's job, our son's upcoming move, the weather. And every time Mark looked at me, I wondered, does he know I know? But if he did, he didn't show it. That calm expression never changed. That same controlled voice. That same quiet confidence. And that's when something shifted inside me. Because for the first time in 26 years, I stopped reacting to him as a wife and started observing him like a stranger. I went back to the documents. This time, slower, more careful, looking not just at what was changed, but when. And that's when the timeline started forming. The house had been transferred nearly 8 years ago. The business structure changed shortly after. Then the accounts. Then the vehicles. Then smaller assets I hadn't even thought about. It wasn't random. It was methodical. Layered. Planned over time. And the most painful part? It all started during a period when I thought we were doing better than ever. Family vacations. Anniversary dinners. Photos of us smiling. While behind the scenes, he was removing me from everything. There was one moment I couldn't stop thinking about. About 6 years ago, I had asked him, half joking, what would happen to me if something ever happened to you? He didn't hesitate. You'd be fine. Everything is taken care of. I remember feeling comforted by that. Safe. Protected. Now I understand what he meant. Everything was taken care of. Just not for me. On the 4th day, I stopped waiting. I called his mother, Margaret Carter. I hadn't spoken to her directly in months. We were never close. But we were polite. Surface-level polite. "Margaret," I said, keeping my voice steady, "I think we need to talk." There was a pause. Then that familiar tone. Cool, controlled, slightly amused. "About what?" I didn't answer. I just said, "I'll come by this evening." Another pause. Longer this time. Then she said, "I'll be here." That evening felt different. Heavy. Like I was walking into something I couldn't walk back out of. Her house was exactly the same as always. Perfectly arranged. Spotless. Cold. Mark was already there. That surprised me. But then again, it shouldn't have. Of course he was. They had done everything else together. Why would this be any different? I didn't sit right away. I stood in the living room, holding the folder, looking at both of them. And for a moment, no one spoke. Then I placed the documents on the table. "I know," I said. Simple. Direct. No emotion. Mark looked at the papers. Then at me. Then back at the papers. Margaret didn't move. She didn't need to. She already knew what was in that folder. Margaret leaned back slightly, crossed her legs, and finally said, "Well, it took you long enough." No denial. No apology. No hesitation. Just confirmation. And something inside me, whatever was still hoping this was a misunderstanding, disappeared. I looked at Mark, waiting, hoping, against everything, that he would say something. Anything. An explanation. A defense. A lie. But what I got was worse. He sighed. Like this was inconvenient. "Deb, we were going to tell you eventually." Eventually. I felt my chest tighten. "When?" I asked quietly. He didn't answer. Because there was no answer. "Everything?" I asked. My voice was steady. But inside, I was shaking. "The house, the business, the accounts, everything is in her name?" Margaret answered this time. "Yes." Just one word. Cold. Final. I looked at her. "Why?" And she smiled. Not kindly. Not warmly. But like someone explaining something obvious. "Because women leave." Silence. "Because marriages fail." Silence. "Because I wasn't going to let you take what belongs to this family." That word again. This family. As if I had never been part of it. I turned to Mark. "Do you agree with that?" He hesitated. Just for a second. Then said, "It's just protection." Protection. From me. The woman who raised his children. Who supported his business. Who built a life with him. I nodded slowly. Because in that moment, something inside me became very clear. This wasn't about fear. This wasn't about caution. This was about control. The next morning, I met with a lawyer. I brought everything. Every document. Every record. Every piece of proof I had. He reviewed them carefully. Quietly. Then leaned back. And said the words I wasn't ready to hear. Legally, you don't own anything. It felt like the air left the room. What do you mean, nothing? He explained it calmly. Step by step. Every transfer. Every signature. Every legal structure. They did this properly, he said. Very carefully. I stared at him. So if I leave? He nodded. You walk away with very little. 52 years old. No property. No business. No financial security. Just starting over. From scratch. I remember sitting in my car afterward. Not crying. Just staring at the steering wheel. Trying to imagine a life where everything I thought I had built was never really mine. I almost gave up. I really did. I thought about just accepting it. Staying. Living quietly. Pretending. Because starting over felt impossible. And maybe that's exactly what they were counting on. 2 days later, something arrived in the mail. A property tax notice. Addressed to me. Only me. At first, I thought it was a mistake. But when I opened it, my hands froze. It was for a piece of land. A small commercial lot. And the name listed on the ownership line? Mine. It hit me slowly. Years ago. Before the business grew. Before things got complicated. Mark and I had invested in a small property. It wasn't much. Just land. We had plans for it. But life got busy. The business took off. The kids needed us. And somehow, we forgot about it. Or at least, I did. I checked the records. Called the county. Spoke to an officer. And what he confirmed changed everything. The property had never been transferred. Never reassigned. Never touched. It was still legally ours. And because of how it was purchased, my name was still attached. Fully. Legally. Undeniably. I went back to my lawyer. This time. With something real. Something solid. Something they hadn't accounted for. He reviewed the documents. Then looked up at me. And smiled. Deborah. This changes everything. I asked them to meet again. Same place. Same room. But this time, I wasn't the one walking in unsure. I placed the new documents on the table. Watched their faces. The confusion. Then realization. Then something I hadn't seen before. Fear. You forgot something, I said calmly. Mark picked up the papers. His hands trembling. Margaret leaned in. Reading faster. Her expression tightening. This ties you back to the original business filings, my lawyer explained later. Which means, you were never fully removed. What followed wasn't dramatic. It wasn't loud. It was legal. Structured. Precise. Negotiations began. Assets were reevaluated. Control shifted. Not because I fought harder, but because they had made one mistake. They assumed I had nothing. I didn't take everything. I didn't try to destroy him. I didn't become who they thought I would be. I chose fairness. Because that's all I ever wanted. I moved out. Smaller home. Quieter life. But for the first time in years, everything around me was truly mine. No hidden names. No silent transfers. No secrets. Just mine. Sometimes I think about that moment. When Margaret laughed. When she thought I was powerless. Disposable. Replaceable. But what she didn't understand was this. You can plan everything. You can control everything. You can even erase someone from the paperwork. But you can't control what you forget. So let me ask you something. If someone spent years quietly preparing to leave you with nothing, and you were given one unexpected chance to turn everything around, would you settle for fairness? Or would you make sure they felt exactly what you felt? Don't let the betrayal be the end of your story. Subscribe to Revenge Echo for more deep dives into the world of legal justice, personal finance, and ultimate redemption. Join the Echo. Hit that subscribe button now.
Thanking you for watching Revenge Echo channel. Like, subscribe and comment where you are watching from.